Hello, everyone. Welcome to my 23rd speech in the Ron Paul Public Speaking class. It's technically speech 22nd, part 2, part 1, because this is actually my second time I'm recording this 22nd part 2 speech. This time I'm using the screen recorder because the presentation format that Mr. Fish wanted me to use didn't really work. So my speech is on the United States of America. The United States of America is a very large country. It's the largest in North America and one of the largest in the world by land mass and population. Is very influential, and we have influenced the world technologically, culturally, and most importantly, historically. So we'll take a look at the United States history. In the 1800s, we had westward expansion. This is mainly due to Lewis and Clark mapping out the territory that we bought from Napoleon, and then the Industrial Revolution, which uh, brought trains, locomotives, and the telegram into existence, allowing us to convey information and travel much quicker, allowing us to also populate the western side of the United States very quickly. The Civil War occurred. It was the Union versus the Confederacy. It's the war with the most United States casualties, mainly because the United States were fighting on both sides. The Union wanted to unify the country, and the Confederacy wanted to split it apart. It was an issue of states' rights, but it was also about slavery. The Union ended up winning, and the Confederacy lost. So the Union brought the country back together. In the 1900s, we started with World War I. We got into the war late, and we ended it. Then the Great Depression struck, not just in America, but across the world. This caused starvation, poverty, and death. And before we climbed out of that pit, World War II took us unaware, with the rise of Hitler and the Nazis and all that evil. But like all great evils, eventually perished, and the United States got back on the firm footing. Then there's civil rights. Civil rights had to do with African American rights. Even though slavery had been abolished, there was still some discrimination and racial segregation, and there still is some today. Not as much though, thankfully. Then there is the rise of communism, which is mainly about the Soviet Union, and it fell after Ronald Reagan as president. In the 2000s onward, the 2000s started with a very sad year, which was 2001, 9/11, 2001. September 11th was a day when the two towers were bombed. Hit with planes, and there were several other attacks, and we led a war on terrorism, especially in the Afghanistan war, and we fought that war, and now we're currently in a war with Iran under our current president, President Trump. Some notable presidents of the United States include George Washington, the first president after the Revolutionary War, President Lincoln, the 16th president during the Civil War, also the first president to be assassinated, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. He was president during World War II. And there was John F. Kennedy, the president who wanted us to go to space. He was assassinated. Then there's President Reagan, my favorite president, 40th president during president during the fall of the Soviet Union. Obama, the first African American president, and Trump, the second president to serve non-sequential terms as 45th and 47th president, and Grover Cleveland was the first to do this, 22nd and 24th president. Now, the Supreme Court is the highest court in the United States, and I brought this up for one reason. The guy in the middle there with his head circled orange is President Taft, and he is the first president to become the Chief Justice, and the president is the first person to ever do that. The geography of the United States is pretty simple. In the east, we have rivers, ponds, mountains, forests, a lot of forests, and lakes. In the west, we have more deserts, more mountains, and very few forests. In the north, we have tundra, mountains, and a lot of snow. And in the south, there's tropical weather, sometimes very hot. In the Midwest, we have a lot of plains stretching far as the eye can see. In the Northwest, we have Alaska. It's one of the 50 states. In the Southwest, we have Hawaii. It's a group of islands beneath the United States, but it's part of the United States. In the Northeast, we have many of the big cities. but it is very cold up there, and it's mostly port culture and sea culture. Speaking of culture, the food of America includes hot dogs, like this picture, hamburgers, and Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is a great fast food restaurant and it's very big in America today. Housing, I like to think of it as either the country or the city. The city with big tall skyscrapers, and you live in a tiny apartment. That's at least my view. And the country, you live in a big wide open space with neighbors spread far apart. I live in the suburbs, so it's neither. It's both combined. The currency of the United States is US dollars, pennies, quarters, nickels, and dimes. Pennies are 1 cent, dimes are 10 cent, nickel are 5 cent, quarters are 25 cent. Half dollars are also 50 cents. I have a good amount of those. Traditional culture includes the United States flag. There are 13 red and white stripes symbolizing the original 13 colonies after our separation from Britain. Then the bald eagle also represents freedom. The 4th of July is a holiday we have that helps us remember Independence Day, our day when we split away from Britain, or declared independence from Britain. The United States influences the world in a lot of ways. The most important thing that's probably come out of movie culture in the United States is cowboys. Second to that would probably be Star Wars, a global phenomenon. Technology, I'd say, would have to be the iPhone. But the most important thing is the English language. It is the most spoken language in the entire world. America's 250th anniversary is coming up soon. And though I wasn't here for the whole 250 years, I do have one thing to say, and that's America! Thank you very much.